show you my new settings. While I've been using for a little while now, I wanted to make sure they was all absolutely right before I gave them all to you and changed them again. You're like, yeah, you changed your settings again. No, guess what? Real voice just came out. The settings have changed. Yes, we're still playing type A. We always will. So if you're a type B player, these settings will apply to you too. Just look at the sensitivities. Trust me, I'm going to explain them all in this video. All right. So type A. As standard, I'm an OG player. We only had type A when I was around, okay? Disconnecting 3 times a game at military base. Type A is my bread and butter. It allows me to be a slow, methodical player rather than the run gun. What most of the pros use is type B. Dead zones, you want these as low as you possibly can. I have mine on 3. If you have 0, then, or whatever it is, you're an absolute god. Try and keep it less than 5. If you have more than 5, might be time to look for a new controller. That's what I would recommend. Vibration, get it gone. You don't want vibration on your controller. I know a lot of people, I used to swear by it. Back in the day, I used to swear by it. It used to let me know if I was getting shot. Trust me, just get used to without it. Plays the female character. She'll yell so loud when she gets shot, you'll go into a blind panic. Forward running sensitivity, I have never changed this. This is just stick it at 20. It'd be fine. Don't worry about it too much. Movement sensitivity, up to 100. Always have it 100, because then you're moving quicker in each direction every single time. Vertical sensitivity multiplier, this is always based on your own preference. I have it as 100%. That's what default is. I've played the game so much, I don't want to change this ever, because I'm used to the recoil control and what I need to do with each weapon. Obviously barrels and stuff, pull down just that bit more on the stick than an M4. Your usual stuff, I have it 100%. People that struggle with recoil control, having the gun fly up a bit more, stick it to 110, get used to it. Maybe nudge it up to 120 if you're still struggling. I know some players that even run 80% because they really like to pull down the stick a lot more than usual. So here's where it's changed. General sensitivity is now 8. I've been playing a lot more FPP, and you need a bit more of a general sensitivity to center your aim up and get ready, rather than TPP where you can center your aim without revealing yourself to your opponent, because obviously we're all licking walls. Okay, for vehicle drive sensitivity, just leave it as default, whatever it is, 5. Aim acceleration. This is a highly contested topic, and a lot of people do not like aim acceleration. A lot of people disable this. This is actually my godsend. When I was playing on low sensitivity, I needed that bit of acceleration. If a car's driving by and you needed to try and keep track of that car, aim acceleration has kept me on track of so many targets and allowed me to hit some 180 spin shots when people creep up from behind you that I wouldn't be able to do without it. But it also lets you keep your sensitivities slow, so when you are in those mid-range fights and you need to keep your ADS locked on target, you don't have a really high sensitivity that you're trying to use to spin on people, so you can actually keep your aim fully locked on. You'll see a lot of players use high sensitivities, like 15 or so, trying to keep their aim onto targets, and they'll struggle. It will move all around and they'll hope that the odd bullet will hit. Well, this, if you've got the skill, your bullets are going to land, and they're going to land hard and fast. That's exactly what you want in a close range firefight, because if you've got another mofo coming around the corner, you're going to need him dropped as well, and it's on you to do that. Don't never rely on a teammate in PUBG, because they'll always let you down. We've all been there. Okay, over the shoulder aim, I have it on 6. This is because it should be quite slow. This should be a very close to medium range fight where you're not really relying too much on your aim. You're just trying to give a quick little shoulder peek, put a little bit damage down. This isn't to go for the kill or anything, but for shotguns, close range weapons like the SMG, just drilling through a room rather than a pure hip fire, you can get a little bit more accuracy without being locked into ADS. Again, I play type A, so it's not as easy to switch from ADS and out as it would be for some other people. Inventory course of sensitivity, don't even worry, irrelevant. So here's the ADS. I have them generally -1 of whatever your general sensitivity is. This will allow you to feel like you're locking onto your target just that little bit. You'll notice my 3x scope is actually on 8. Something about that scope feels off, so I keep it same as my general. I don't know what it is. That scope just feels off. The 8 times is actually a 6. you're playing long range. You're not needing to snap on any targets. You're looking to just fine tune, move it, and look to lead the shot onto your target. So that's why the 8 times is a 6. And the 15x, nobody ever uses it. But just in case, the odd chance you've got it and you want to have a bit of a meme, 10, because else that thing ain't moving anywhere because it is stiff as a board. Let's have a look at some of my functionalities settings. This is all kind of standard, but I'll let you know just in case you're a new player and you want to know why you might be dying off rip if you're dropping hot. For the reticle type default, I don't change any of that. I'm the most OG player on the game, let me tell you. Default mode for guns, always full auto or burst, other than a DMR. The DMR I keep as single for reasons I can't even explain. It's just how I'm built into the game now. Everything else though should be burst. If you're picking up an M16, you want it to be a burst rather than a single fire, because that could be the difference between life and death if they've picked up an M4. Again, the same for SMGs, anything like that. You don't want it to be on single fire when you pick it up. You need to be spraying with that thing. Who has ever used an SMG with single fire? Come on. Auto reload. This is a big one. I always like to have auto reload because you can cancel it by switching weapon, but in the middle of a firefight, I want my next bullets going into my gun as quick as possible. I don't want to have to fanny around and try and press a reload button mid-fight. Just start reloading. Auto equip attachments. Enable. Why do you need to do it yourself? When you pick something up, get it on the gun. Here's the difference though. With the scopes, I don't have them automatically going on my gun. I don't want to pick up an M4, pick up a 4x scope, and then it go onto my M4. It's not what I want early game. If I want to put a scope on my rifle, I'll do it manually. So basically, if I pick up a red dot or holographic, straight on the gun, they're always good for SMGs, pistols, ARs. Auto replace attachments. Yeah, sure, why not? Auto replace weapon skin. My skins are the best. I ain't using anybody else's trash beige shotgun skin, okay? Hide helmet. I actually have this disabled. I like to know what I've got on my head at all times. I don't want to think, oh, I thought I had a 2 helm. Oh, I thought I had a 1 helm, when you can just see your cap. It's stupid. Just know what you've got. Visually, you'll always be in the game. Radio message. This is all rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. Player tag, rubbish, rubbish, rubbish. All observer stuff. Volume. Look, this is a game changer. If you've not done it, go down to music, switch lobby music to launch theme, and you'll be the best player in the entire game. Actually, big facts. 100%. Oh, and weapon effects, legacy. I'm an OG. Trust. Brightness, 60%. Field of view, down to 90 now. It used to be 103. It's now 90. Just because of how the game looks when you're running frame rate priority on the Xbox Series X, it can kind of look a little bit fuzzy at the moment on this current patch. So 90 brings everything a bit closer to you. You don't need that much field of view, and it'll all look pretty much Gucci when you're playing FPP mode. Alright, well, there you have it. That's pretty much my settings in an absolute nutshell. Gone over this about 5 minutes now. So if you like my settings, if you want to see more tips, tricks, and all that sort of PUBG videos, make sure you hit the like, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Trust. And guess what? I'll see you on the battlegrounds.